Contraband Police is a unique simulator that allows you to become a real border guard. Our main tasks are to check the documents of visitors, look for contraband in cars by checking them with an ultraviolet flashlight, engage in skirmishes with criminals, detain and arrest smugglers, solve criminal mysteries, help comrades, and resist the blood fist rebels. You can update your post to make it more secure and your colleagues. Contraband Police is a 3D simulation game in which we watch the events through the eyes of the protagonist, which takes place in 1981 in the People's Republic of Akaristan, a fictional country modeled after a typical USSR. We play as a young policeman delegated to control border crossings without experience. Your task is to protect the peace of your native country, keeping smugglers, scammers, and other criminals out of its territory. Announced back in 2018, Contraband Police has become one of the most anticipated games in the Playway's data catalog. Considering their large and wide deck of games, that speaks volumes. For people who played Papers, Please back in the day, the memories will immediately come flooding back with this game. This game builds on the foundation laid in Papers, Please, but adds to it by allowing you to hire new employees for the border post, upgrade them, upgrade your apartment, buy new cars, and finally decide whether we are in the form of a state or for the people. The first thing you should pay attention to is, of course, the creators, namely Crazy Rocks, a small studio from Poland, founded in 2015. So far they have released 2 games on Steam, Street Warriors Online and Ski Sniper. In the game, our duties include, initially, the control of the entry of cars and the verification of passports and entry documents. Having developed a little, you should inspect the car from the outside and the inside. Almost every second entrant wants to deceive the border guard and carry out smuggling. Contraband can be found anywhere, so be careful. Those who are caught red-handed, we will arrest them and then send them to a labor camp. While the core gameplay is fun and extremely addictive, the game doesn't feel easy. Just keeping an eye on the core data over time won't be enough. With each new chapter, new conditions are added to check. Then a cartistan will begin to prohibit entry with cargo from one country or another, and another time there will be a ban on the passage of heavily damaged vehicles. What the game pleasantly surprised me with was the fact that it made me drive my own car and leave the border post, which opened up a completely different gameplay and opened up a game atypical for games of this genre. And yes, it happens that the villain does not want to surrender to justice voluntarily, jumps behind the wheel, and goes on the run. Then you have to get into a company car, turn on the siren and follow it so that after the chase you still catch the smuggler and return him to the post. And since this is a smuggler, after his arrest, you can search his car and either hand over all the contraband found to the police or find someone on the side. And it is also restless in the surrounding forests. Rebels from the Red Fist are prowling there, dreaming of overthrowing the legitimate government. They periodically raid the border outpost, so there are frequent cases when you need to get up in the middle of the night, pick up a machine gun and fight for your place of work in fatherland. And if we talk about handing over contraband to the police or someone else, then on the way, they can attack us and take everything away. However, it should be noted that the game was created at a minimal cost. Everything suffers from this, from environmental elements, character models, and animations, to gameplay, especially very primitive driving and combat models. However, I quickly got used to them, and after a while, I stopped noticing problems in the models, but what caught my eye was the very empty world of the game. On the other hand, I did not encounter any technical problems, for example, which could greatly spoil the game. Yes, if you got out of a car that was still moving, you flew 30 meters in an unknown direction, but this will be fixed soon. And while there are not so many different cars and people in the game, only 5 to 7 types of cars, and after a while, you already remember how to quickly check everything for smuggling. Contraband Police is not a perfect game, but you won't regret spending your time and money on it. I had a lot of fun with Contraband Police, and I hope that in the future, we will see some additions or a patch that will add and fix current problems. I can definitely still recommend this game, but with caution in its current state. The best way to describe Contraband Police is a pinch of Papers, Please mixed with a lot of action and a bit of sim/management. The story and side missions are pretty good and well developed at the moment. As soon as you start to feel that the monotony of the daily routine of checking documents, catching smugglers, surrendering prisoners, and smuggling begins to grow. Speaking about the game, it is worth noting the poor graphics, very boring fragments and unprincipled chases. Sometimes some bugs are not always correctly encountered with objects. And after the final mission, the campaign ends without trying on, for example, continuing to connect in endless mode with a random generation of tasks. Did you like our content? Let us know in the comments below. And please, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more gaming news and updates.